Hello and welcome to this vehicle, the Strada Nova EB. If I were to pick one of my favourite motorhomes, it's this one, and it's one of them. You know, it's about it's put about maybe 8 in that class, and this one's there. And what has this one got? Let's have a look at it. It's got a monocoque shell. It's got the awning. It's just been placed into the vehicle. How many vehicles have got that? Very, very few. And it's got a rather modern look to it. Let's have a look inside. And this thing here is going to cost €145,000. 7 meters long, 306 in height. On a 4.1 ton basis, you can get 800 kilos. I suppose you could put it on a 3.5, but at 200 kilos, then that doesn't give you a huge amount of payload. Right, stepping up, there's a double floor in here, unfortunately without access from inside. A seating group round here, and we've got this thing over here which looks like a bed, but it isn't. That is a place to keep the table. So if anybody's sitting here and doesn't want the table to get in their way, then it won't whilst you're driving. So let's have a look at the back. So this one here, it's got this German layout. It's got this wonderful big window, and we've got storage all the way round. Now, some of La Strada vehicles look a bit like an office, and the problem with looking like an office is that they look like an office. However, if you've got an office, the one positive thing is that you've got lots of storage. So I really have to it mightn't look so good, but it's more practical. Here I'll show you the bed. We've got this folly system, which I believe makes it more comfortable. If it doesn't, I mean, please let me know. And all the way around like this, you probably would want to get covers for the mattresses. And down here, you've got access to the rather large garage. And of course, storage. Got drawers under the beds with proper sides to them as well. That's a rather deep drawer. I'll just stick my foot in it to make the point. There you go. Goes down quite a way, almost to my knee. And under here as well. So you've got lots of storage there. That's a wardrobe. And it's got a cushion in it. And I'm standing on more storage as well. Right, this is, don't want to call this the pièce de résistance, but hey, it's quite nice. It's very nice. Look, it's an enormous shower. And see how much space there is in here. As I stand in here, there's me, and see how much space there is above me. So you've got well over 2 meters of clearance in there. There's your sink. Big sink. Although I like to have a sink where the water doesn't flow out of it. The problem with motorhomes is that we are limited in water. And I know you might say, oh, it's not hygienic. But I put the water in a bowl and then I wash my hands, rather than have it. You can't just have it flowing when you don't know when the next water's going to come from, unless you're on a campsite, of course. Right, there's 2 plug hole drainage holes in the shower. That's a point, but that point is going to be deducted because they are the old type, not the new type. So that's I've got to say something which I disapprove of. The sliding door here, sensible sliding door, doesn't take any space up, and there's a domestic toilet with plenty of room around it. And for those who like to use the toilet whilst looking out an open window, you can open the window. So it also comes with a place to hang things up from. Oh, I'll show you the storage as well up there. It comes with television in this case, and let's have that one. There we have more storage, and that's the place you put the table up there, as I said earlier. This one has a particularly attractive look, leather look to it. In here we have got. When this came out, the idea I think was to put the television here, but it's now moved. But I think this is a useful storage place anyway, and. I mean, you might think that, well, wouldn't it be better putting a storage right to the very roof? Well, ceiling, I should say. Well, yeah, maybe it would have been. Okay, so, right, good. I'll take you outside now, and we'll have a walk around. In the garage, there is a lot of space, although of course this thing here would make it somewhat difficult when using a bag. Notice as I put my hand in here, the light came on. Isn't that a useful feature? There we have the door, what I showed earlier, and there we have more storage, and in here is access to the electricity and the battery. Battery compartment, if you needed to extend the batteries, I suppose they'd have to go down there. Oh, I didn't say it was on the Sprinter, basis. Now, there's a Nova M as well, and if I'm sure that Strada's thinking of giving me one of their vehicles, and this is the one with this thing. It costs 170,000. Show you up here because the rear is different. This is I prefer this one myself, and so we have a bed here. That's a single bed for the sad cases like me who have to travel by themselves. You've also got the storage down here. And a spare wheel in the alright, you probably wouldn't only have a carpet down on in the shower, but in this case it's to protect the floor. And there's a bed up there in the roof which will come down if necessary. This one here, the colour scheme doesn't appeal to me so much because it's too dark, and I don't like having a chair there. Just can't see the point. I'd rather just have storage. I mean, you can sit around here, I suppose you can sit even 3 people and 2 people up front. So, and cooking, which I don't believe I showed in the other one. Sink, very sensible sink. Unfortunately, it's got the old style plug and 2 burners. I think that's quite adequate myself. So of the two, I prefer this one. What about height under the bed? No, it's not a problem. I don't like beds above, but if it's I can stand up, okay, no problem. So for me, it's okay. Okay, so it mightn't be for everybody, but for me, 1.75 m. So yeah, it's about what, 183 clearance, something like that. Storage here. I like these slide outs, and here I like this slide out. And when I mentioned the office, it's things like this. Looks like a filing system, but a filing system is a great place for keeping your clothes for a long journey. So there you have the the garage with the spare wheel. So that's the last Strada Nova. Thanks very much for watching and being here, and all the best from me in Germany.